it's your first time here, my name is Stasia, and if it's not your first time here, then welcome back. So for those of you who don't know, I am following a whole food, plant-based, oil-free diet based on the recommendations of Dr. Mcdougall's book called The Starch Solution. My channel is all about my personal journey and helping you with yours. So if you'd like to follow along my plant-based health and weight loss journey, then be sure to hit subscribe. Or if you just want to follow along to get all my recipes and all my tips and tricks that I'm learning along the way, either way works, let's do this. Okay, so today's video is a really quick video that I've been really wanting to share with you guys for quite some time. It's a ginger juice recipe that I personally have been making for over 10 years, and it is so good for so many different reasons. Now, I'm not claiming to have a ginger degree by any means, but based on my own research, ginger has been known to increase circulation and blood flow, lowers blood pressure, soothes any kind of digestive upset. It's effective in preventing cold and flu, which, last time we checked, we're living in some crazy times, so that can't hurt. Calms nausea, it can help with acid reflux, increases energy, and has even been known to help with arthritis pain. Now, going back to my intro, we are not talking about the processed ginger ale pop that we buy at the store. Maybe once upon a time ago, it did actually contain healthful ingredients that had medicinal properties. But unfortunately, today's ginger ale is full of refined sugar and has little to no ginger in it at all, which is actually super crazy and frustrating because for as long as most of us probably can remember, ginger ale has always had this health halo that whenever we're sick, we automatically think of ginger ale to soothe our stomachs and, just make us feel better in general. But the truth is, in actuality, it's not the ginger ale, it's the ginger. So forget about that processed crap full of sugar and no ginger apparently. I'm gonna show you guys how to make an awesome ginger juice that has other very beneficial ingredients in it as well. And you can also actually turn it into a ginger ale by adding a little sparkling water. Honestly, a whole family can drink it. They will be better off for it. So let's get to the kitchen and I'm gonna show you how to do this. Okay, so all this recipe requires is 5 simple ingredients. The first one being ginger, no surprise there. I always try to use organic ginger when I can, but non-organic ginger is fine as well. Next, you will need 1/2 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice, which usually works out to be about a whole medium lemon. Next, you will need some type of natural sweetener. The original recipe uses honey, as honey has been known for many centuries for all of its medicinal properties. However, if you do not consume honey, maple syrup will work just fine. Next, you will need 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar with the mother. And lastly, you will need 1/2 teaspoon of any type of natural sea salt. As you guys might remember from some of my other meal prepping videos, I have a love for repurposing jars. So I am using an old pickle jar that holds about 1.5 liters of water. Now, the original recipe does call for 2 liters of water, but I find that 1.5 works just as fine. So we are just going to start by filling any container or jar with approximately 1.5 to 2 liters of water. So next we have to peel and chop our ginger. I'm using a mini food processor to do this, but if you don't have one, you can certainly mince it by hand. So as you can see, it measured out to be pretty much 1/2 cup of ginger that I just further chopped into smaller pieces to help out the food processor. Oh, and as a side note, you don't have to worry about the ginger being peeled perfectly, as we will be straining it later. So this is basically what you want the ginger to look like, whether using a food processor or mincing it by hand. So all I'm doing here is just making sure that it does actually measure out to be 1/2 cup of minced ginger, and I must say I came pretty darn close. Okay, so once your ginger is chopped and ready to go, you just want to add it to your 2 liters of water. For anyone who loves ginger, this part is so intoxicating, it smells delicious. Okay, so now we're ready to add our lemon juice, so here I'm just squeezing the juice out of a whole lemon. Again, you don't have to worry too much about the seeds of the lemon, as all of this will be strained, so just go ahead and add your lemon juice to the ginger water. Okay, so now it's time to add your natural sweetener of choice, whether that be honey or maple syrup. I have never tried using any of the other natural sweeteners for this recipe, like agave syrup or coconut sugar, but I'm sure that they would work just fine as well. And now it's time to add our 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. And last but not least, we are going to add 1/2 teaspoon of any natural sea salt. And that's it, guys. Now we're just gonna give everything a really good stir to mix it up well. And we have ourselves some delicious natural ginger juice. So at this point, there are a few different options of what we can do with this juice. The original recipe says to leave it in a dark, cool place stored for 2 to 3 days if we would like to ferment this. That is usually how I prefer to make this recipe. However, if you do not want to ferment it, that's okay too. You can simply store it in your refrigerator immediately and keep it there for up to 2 weeks. So whenever you would like to drink this, whether that will be after the 2 to 3 days of fermentation or immediately, you will want to strain the contents inside. So next I'm going to show you how to do that. So because it's quite a bit of juice, I usually like to find just a large bowl that I place a strainer in it and then pour the juice into that. Now this strainer was fine for filtering out the larger pieces of ginger, but I did actually have to end up putting it through a finer mesh strainer as well. After it was completely filtered, I ended up transferring it into 2 smaller 1-liter jars just to make it a little bit easier to pour when I'm ready to drink it. Okay, so again, we have a few options about how we can drink this. One option is you can drink it as a cold, refreshing ginger juice straight from the fridge. The second option is you can heat it up on the stovetop and drink it as a warm drink. And lastly, as I mentioned earlier on in this video, you can actually turn this into a delicious, healthy ginger ale. All you have to do is mix half a glass of the ginger juice to a half a glass of sparkling water, and you will have yourself a delicious, healthy, refreshing glass of ginger ale. I told you guys it was going to be a quick video today. So honestly, guys, give this one a try. You will not regret it. I swear, I feel like this drink should be in everybody's house all the time. You don't even need to have a lot of it every day, but seriously, I encourage you to do your own research on all the health benefits of ginger and all the other ingredients. This juice is phenomenal. I have personally used this anytime I'm slightly not even feeling well. It just knocks it out of the park before it even actually turns into anything. I've used this when I've had a sore throat, and I've also used it in the past to help calm nausea. I'm telling you guys, this stuff works. Oh, and I'm not even sure if I even mentioned how delicious it actually is. So it's definitely not a Buckley situation that you gotta choke anything down. You will enjoy this drink for everyday use or for when you're not feeling well. It is a delicious, very nutritious drink that you should try to make part of your everyday life. And can I just say, I'm actually so proud of myself right now for keeping this video short for once, because as you guys know, I can talk and talk and talk and talk. So if you guys want to hear me talk a little bit more in another video, then be sure to hit subscribe. And there's going to be lots of good stuff coming up in 2021. I am so excited to say goodbye to 2020, even though there's much to be grateful for sure. But definitely looking forward to starting a new year fresh and lots of exciting stuff ahead. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.